for them. And it doesn't matter if your map is the favorite and the veto is good for you for No Mercy. At the end of the day, I think they've got the firepower, Akuma, to overwhelm the odds here.
Yeah, and the map pool is just so puggy, right? Like, it's just all the pug maps basically in the pool here. We've got Dust 2, Mirage, after Ancient. Sorry, not Dust 2. They got banned out. Dust is the one you're missing. But we have Anubis and Mirage. So, pretty good maps for newish teams. The dualies get boosted up. Extremity set up from Akuma.
Look at this. 3 players lean A. That's not really the intent, but Tati drops a molly. Zia's still baited in with the dualies. Tati at least is staying alive, and here comes the crunch through donut. 3 players on A for Akuma to try and stave off the pressure. It's Akuma to get the first, but trades are immediate. That is until Letty steps in with the P2K, gets 3 kills. And then for Sunside and Angelica, it's now a 2v1.
Yeah, Tati has a lot of time to work with, and in fact, she decides not to go for the bomb plant. Seeing if she can work the map, find a gap that she can exploit, and it's actually a pretty good one. Akuma have grouped up onto A, so they've quickly realized no one is here. With somewhat split CTs, if they hold onto the A side and don't start to move towards B, Tati's going to have a massive advantage in the time.
Tati can't believe the amount of space that she's got. Just has a little glance into cave, and that one glance has enabled Angelica to speed up. She's already in the first stage of cave. There's no diffuse kit, but at least these players are together, and they have to move in quite quickly.
Yeah, need to get a move on. Not being given anything here. Got the 2-on-1. And you've already burnt the clock. Need to start, running. Here we go. We're going to see them speeding up a little bit. Tati has repositioned. It's an open plant, so she could be anywhere still. And this reposition towards short is beautiful, but she can't convert the shots onto Sunside. So she'll win out that one, and Tati had the chance. I think there's... Oh, actually. Oh my god, she had to get that kill, and she did.
You see Angelica's face. Yeah, easy, but also a sigh of relief. But I mean, that's all about Letty. Like, immediately, we've got one of the top 5 plays of the day. I mean, look at this. Just a triple setup to the point where Letty, I don't think she was the one that was supposed to be baited in there, because you got 1 at default, you got 1 boosted in Zia. She then fires off the double Berettas on towards Tati. Everyone at No Mercy just looks straight up, and they don't clear Letty. Awesome stuff from the in-game leader.
The bomb plant they will invest in on the T side. Control being taken. And all of this posturing with utility, that's going to signal that, ooh, Angelica, that timing is messy, and they managed to burst out B in the meantime. She's not here anymore. She had a chance. I think it's going to be round 2 Force, finding great success.
Yeah, I mean, Tati gets the immediate kill on towards Angelica, and then swings and plays off the info. Unknown walking up the B ramp. Every single time I've watched Unknown on Ancient, the entries up towards B are unbelievably good and ridiculously consistent. And that's the issue that Akuma need to watch out for, because as you said, coming into this series is very puggy. Yes, to an extent, that will favor Akuma, but in the same breath and in the same vein, Aki and Aura, very good on this map. Tati loves thriving in environments that cause chaos. She was part of that no pandas, fearless pandas. What was it?
No Fear 5.
Nine pandas fearless. There you go. She was part of that lineup, was my point, and they loved chaos. Unknown, very good at surviving and creating opportunities for her team. That's a warning. Very early on.
Interesting, they only kept a few players alive too, and that's enough to reinvest in, I suppose. Lost bonus not there, you've still got an M4. Crossfire established. That does much less damage than I thought it would. Lady's gotten curious. Oh, Akinora, aware.
Good coverage. Just making sure that there isn't going to be any shenanigans with the lurk. Another follow-up nade. Akuma, this is a good reaction. You lost space out towards A ramp. You know that players were in over at Cave. Spray from Turbo Gale, good, but Sunside just hoping to get some kills. That's a lot of damage inflicted by the MP9. She gets out of dodge. The issue is she's lost all of her teammates and their HP. So whilst Akuma finds one more with the SMG, it's a 1 versus 3. The M4's been scooped up. She has to save it again.
She's just gonna chill. She'll be allowed to hold on to it. A perfect start for nomercy after losing the pistol. They break through on the force and then win out against the reinvestment from Akuma. Now you're just going to have this M4 from Hikomi. Not much else to say.
I think what we are expecting more than anything is just with these two teams in general is that the CT sides are always going to be more problematic than the T sides. Just because of how new they are in terms of full 5. nomercy should have the better fundamentals here, but the experience factor, that goes to Akuma. Hikomi's been brought down really low already off the back of this control over towards middle. Turbo Girl now starts to power up towards Cave. There is another one of these pushes for Zia and Sunside, but that nets absolutely nothing, apart from info that one player is down deep in towards the B doors, but nomercy don't care about that because they take mid and they get rid of the rifle.
Yeah, now it's just about walking it in. Letty's about to be spotted out. There's no way with the P2K and 10 HP. Oh, and Joker actually caught one from coming over ledge. And a chance, a nice shot onto the second, straight into the head, and maybe there is a world in this round.
Absolutely.
And Joker's picked up a gun. Iveri's been spotted out by Zia, and the bomb's still not down. Walking past the CT, Sunside's gonna walk through the smoke, gives a bit of cover, but it's not enough to stop the bomb planter being killed, and Tati is wondering how it's all gone so wrong. Galil with low HP, first is hers, but trade is immediate. Akuma, what a round, and Joker gets loud.
I mean, that's in essence just a full eco. I mean, yeah, Hikomi saved a rifle, but didn't do anything in that round. Angelka hits 2 insane headshots with the USP. And as soon as she catches the first player, nomercy are flustered. And they think, okay, we've now lost all of the space in towards middle. Zia catches the Heaven Lurk, and at that point, you have to advance further forward out of the bomb site, and the only direction you can go is in towards CT. But by that point, Akuma have rotated all the way over. It's beginning to feel really claustrophobic, and there's not a lot you can do against some of these shots. It should not have gone down that way, but that's the reality that nomercy are living in.
Spread a little too deep. Tati not able to capitalize. A slow start to affairs. Turbo Girl has that all out.
Good flash. There's a lot of early conditioning being set down here by Akuma because they're not fighting for anything really proactively. The only response they've been doing in the mid round is pushing this B ramp, and that's why Turbo Girl was just holding. And Joker takes a deep line in towards the front stage of Cave. And whilst Iveri is holding, at some point she has to move. There's 35 seconds left. There's 3 players on B. That Molly comes forward. That's not affecting Angelka. Potentially Hikomi and Letty will be responsible for Red Room.
Will Iveri pre-aim this angle? Nope, Angelka wins that fight out, but Akinora has found the space. Upsy is spray. Collects onto one, and a wide swing from Turbo Girl does not work out to Akinora, who came through on that flank, known and out of position. Angelka with the double up, but I'd argue even that kill on ramp from Sunside, well, from Zia was huge.
Yeah, more than enough. And it's because you've got nomercy just waiting for this reaction, waiting for this push. Again, they take mid space for free. You've got a double layering in towards Donut, but Akuma are not proactively fighting you. And as stated previously, the only response they've been doing in the mid round is pushing that B ramp. So Turbo Girl's just holding, nomercy is holding, and they just wait way too long. Akinora does start her flank, sure, and towards Red Room, is even able to deal with one of the players that is rotating away in Hikomi back towards B. But by that point, it's too late because you have to scale all the way through Cave. You have to scale up ramp. You have to drop all of your utility and try and deal with the players on site and deal with the fact that you've got 18 seconds left. It's really good stage into the round by Akuma. And now what this does is this creates anxiety for nomercy. So this is going to throw off just natural timings that they want to go into in their rounds. And also it means that Akuma can now start adding in this mid-take, this aggressive B posturing towards the doors, in towards heaven. And it can be so confusing for nomercy. And the fact that they've done this all within 5 rounds is exceptional.
Someone didn't charge their mouse before the official, Brandon.
Oh no. Gotta feed it.
Yeah, you gotta feed your mouse. Feed that delicious electricity.
The thing is, this is now just gonna fuel your argument for wired mice because you now swap back to a wired mouse. Be like, oh well, we don't have this problem if you use a wired mouse.
I have so many wires right now.
I've got a mouse bungee. I don't even. It feels like it's wireless.
Like I'm wearing nothing at all on my mouse.
Stupid, sexy Flanders mouse.
I enjoy watching the cameras. We had Tati up before, and I'm sure she'll appear in a moment. You can tell who's a streamer often in these players, like just who's got the streaming setups. That is a streaming setup. Like, yeah, that is so. It's so well lit. The camera position, the artful decor in the background.
That's true, and you can like see the PC is just on like full display as well.
Yes.
We know Angelka's a streamer.
Yes.
I think she's even co-streaming the game on the on her channel, so it'd be interesting to sort of see her like setup, and we can compare and contrast that to Tati at some point.
I think Tati has the best setup that I've seen actually on ESL Impact.
What, in general?
In terms of like streaming, yeah, it's a fantastic angle.
It's a good angle.
And like all the the positioning of everything, really nice. Goose wins for having dog. Leg shot from the AWP onto Iveri. Zia will fall back, and she has support in Temple, so she can just focus forward on Stonat. Oh. Jumping into her scope, Iveri goes down, but that was a low HP. Zia feeling the pressure, but she's now applying it back the other way. Eventually run down, but taking 2. A great performance. Smoke will land in CT elbow. Spam. Actually, doesn't quite connect. It's Hikomi taking one down from Temple. Bomb, even not planted.
Not planted, and all the damage that just got inflicted was by the CTs on the CTs. Angelica's lurk is exceptional. And now Tati has to try and clutch up a 1v3. Has been sharp so far in the series. Grabs the first. With only 46 HP. Needs to create another opportunity. A fake plant perhaps, just to draw out the attention, but no one bites, just to spam back the other way. And similarly to the pistol, she disengages, leaves for Donut, and heads to B.
Yeah, this is literally the pistol round. It's crazy. So she's just gonna run, and she'll get here well ahead of Akuma, who are currently sitting back.
Same plant.
Same plant. Will she play it the same way? That's the question. Komi and Sunside are going to approach with a bit more haste, and they're going to approach together. Tati's out long, ready for the timing to go for this swing. Komi, close by, looking for the jiggle, and she'll win out that fight, ready for Tati on the angle. They're able to capitalize on what Zia set up for them.
Yeah, Zia plays that so well. Just has to have the instant shot. Gets a little bit pressured from one angle, but trusts and relies in her teammates that the Temple player that is rotating in will at least buy time at A main. She can take a wider angle instead off of default. Gets two. There's another leg shot in there as well for Zia. Just buys so much time. That's the key thing. It doesn't matter how many kills she gets there from default. Two really helps the situation, but by her staying alive, all the rotations, and then squeezing No Mercy, making it feel really claustrophobic once again in towards Donut. And Angelica again with the immediate rotation, the reset from Cave to Donut, catching the players in the back. And now No Mercy. We really need these Tech 9s to succeed. Sunside and Angelica, it's a new challenge. Angelica will fall and Tati delivers both. At least Letty is here for the minute, but needs to be careful because the Tech 9s are overwhelming. 2 kills back the other way makes things even.
Yeah, well done getting that second kill. It looked like she wasn't going to get the opportunity, and that nade almost takes down Unknown. Flash out is, oh, almost a chance there. They were blinded, but the Tech 9 at that range is tricky. Tati needs to take all 5. Another 1v2 presented for her. Swings out, and again, too many targets to deal with. Very scary. Letty getting 2 is kind of everything there. If she'd only gotten the 1, I think No Mercy are in a fantastic position to win that round. It kind of looks like Sunside, sells Angelica out there a little bit, but it's because she wanted to play off that contact and the timing just didn't quite work out for her.
You also had to dodge flashes as well, right? It's one of those where the flashbangs are coming over the top of default on the high right. It's designed to catch Angelica, and a player sat close as Sunside was. That's, again, another one of these early warnings, but it was the same result. Tati plants the bomb, gets put into a clutch. Hikomi in back-to-back rounds, able to grab the kills. And now No Mercy are just trying everything. They're throwing aggression in every single shape over this map. It's Unknown, this time not scaling B ramp, in towards Cave, but it's Zia and Angelica with the bait and switch.
Yeah, they've run this kind of setup a few times, but not with the AWP. Zia will fall off the line. Akidora has once again gotten a ridiculous amount of space.
Oh, they know.
Okay, yeah. Zia is going to come over and plug it. Actually hold for Angelica to scale.
Oh, they might not know. I feel like this should have been calmed or at least spotted, but no. Angelica overlooks Akionora, and the counterplay in towards Donut as a response was great, but Sunside chimes in, deals with Akionora, but there are really good trades from Iveri. A 3 versus 1. Zia feels like she has to save because these rounds have been close in the previous instances, so holding on to this AWP is vital.
Really nice double up from Iveri there, getting crucial trades. Zia giving this a go? She's a little more invested than I anticipated. But I don't think she can go too much further than this. She's given something. I think it's just going to be an exit at this stage, and she wants to be careful. You really do want to hold on to this AWP. Zia. This is crazy. You're way too close. The damage isn't worth it. Maybe she's seen all the shots, and she's seen the last player too. I don't know if losing the orb's worth it.
It's not worth it. Turbo Girl didn't pick it up, which is the only saving grace there, and Zia can buy an AWP moving forward into this round, but at the same time, like, is it worth it? No, not really. Because she could have dropped a rifle, then that means one of... Well, I mean, Angelica could have had a rifle. That's the bottom line. Instead, your player in cave has got all the util and is playing with a 5-7.
Oof. A lot of damage done in the flames there. And he forced to slow on her crawl in middle. Again, consistently, No Mercy are finding this space in red.
Yeah, I mean, Akuma haven't fought for middle once. We haven't seen the typical scaling from mid in towards heaven to fight into shelf. That hasn't happened. And I like this. Oh no, I don't like that. Double smoke in towards red, but it has actually brought the attention of Zia away back to A. And Tati gets ready to lurk. There's going to be a double split in towards Donut, 2 in for main, and then Tati's going to try and cut off the rotate.
Yeah, looks good for No Mercy, but Letty had success in this angle with a pistol. What could she get done with the FAMAS? Cheeky little offie, she's heard Iveri's step and sees the shadow. Letty will adjust for it. Was expecting Unknown to swing out. Zia goes down without a frag. Sunside does catch out that lurk, so it is a 3-on-3. With an AK recovered, it doesn't look too bad. I'm not sure if they have a kit anywhere, so they're going to have to get fragging now.
It's one of these where if you lose one of Hikomi or Sunside immediately, you call it off. Akinora's playing this really well, just waiting for the contact, although the nade was looking to unsettle her, but no, she's the unsettler. 2 kills immediately, and even finding the third, playing the angles to perfection. Akuma cannot retake, and now No Mercy bringing the gap to 1.
Really nice round there. Letty has a good angle, but again, it's a difficult position to get the multi from. Unknown's there to trade, and Zia getting caught off. Really unfortunate for her. Beautifully played by Akinora, playing around the big box. Perfection. And it will be tied up because Akuma are on a full eco.
Well, last time they were, they won the round.
That's true. I think that they did have an M4 in that round, at least, I think. But in this one, oh, it's okay. It's fine. 1 casualty.
All good. We spoke about the community broadcast being Letter Cook versus DMS, and DMS are winning. That halftime break has just started. The scoreline 9-3. That's dominant over there.
To DMS, that's cool. I really like the look of that team. Like, just on paper, big fan of the players that have been brought together there. So I'm excited to see how they play out this season. Another big dark horse team. In a tough group too.
I know your favorite team is all of them, so I'm sure you're watching that eagerly. This is a really good call, actually, for No Mercy. You're putting so much pressure just in towards mid, and this time you just throw it into an A split because you know Akuma will have to react at some point. And this is the round that Akuma do fight heavily for mid control, and it's just completely open. Sunside will find the first. Are there any kits available? No. So again, if you want to go for this retake, it's got to be now. At least there's a player advantage.
Crazy, there's not a single kit.
You can't go for
misses
this.
The mark. Halfway ticked, a swing out, Letty doesn't find success. Akinora again delivering from this position.
No.
It's got to be the disengage. It has to be. They've got to call it off. And despite some heavy damage dealt, it's not enough to set them up to go for that.
Brilliant round out of No Mercy. And sure, a couple of players died to the bomb, but that doesn't matter. Akuma just wastes so much time getting in there. They were really hoping that there'd be this late lurk, and there eventually was one. Sunside punishes it, but by that point, 15 seconds already elapsed off the bomb timer. Letty is going in solo. The flashbangs that were thrown in from CT were waylaid as well. Did not help the fact. Now they all invest in kits. There we go. We got 4 for the last round of play in this first half, and 4 players lean B.
Yeah, maybe they really want to fight for this lane control, but Taddy has been devastated by the molly and the HE. Sunside's crunching out, has Angelica behind her, and they've actually crossed each other. The T's are on the other side of the heaven smoke. Angelica knows this because, well, Taddy's being no silent about it. Angelica will swing out and she'll take both down. Traded out from Akinora in elbow, but the damage is already done, and you've still got Sunside tucked into bucket.
Yeah, brilliant. You might not be ready now for Sunside, but you also wouldn't have been ready for Hikomi. But I actually really like the fact that Hikomi is just disengaged back. You've still got Letty holding for the mid creep. You've got Zia that can chime in to help, but Ivari now has to clear every single angle diligently to help Turbo Girl escort the bomb over. And all it takes is a little Sunside peek on that left-hand side, and Ivari will be toast.
Akinora is trying to sell some presents over at A, which, you know, the defenders are split at the moment, and Sunside, yes, she used the opportunity to move forward, which means that Hikomi is alone on B, playing behind the pillar, trying to stay tucked so they don't know she's here. Strikes at the perfect time, but leaves out the duel to Ivari. Needs to go back and grab the bomb, and now you've got that rotation from Letty into cave already. 20 seconds, Ivari. The clock is ticking, and she's getting pincered. Throws the molly out. Oh my god, Letty gets deleted. And Zia put into a very difficult position. Can't deny that bomb. Lise has the information on both of these players. Ivari stuck at default pillar, but Akinora can now watch the cross out. And Ivari just needs to tuck, especially now that she's been tagged down a little bit more. Zia looking for the chances. First kill is hers, but Akinora delivers on the trade, and No Mercy win out the half.
stop. We own it. We're winning every time. We own it. Crushing every day and night. We own it. We don't do compromise. Yeah, yeah. We touch down every time. Every time.
A bit of a head scratcher for Akuma is the way that they were setting up some of their rounds there on the CT side, and No Mercy punished them. They bounced back after losing 5-2. They win 5 rounds straight of their own and take the lead here on their map pick.
Yeah, a really great run of rounds. And a lot of chance to get more as well. Akuma going straight out on A. Taddy is just taking heads off from behind default, but should be run down eventually. The 3-on-3. Very throwing the HE, a flashbang over. They want to jump on this as soon as possible, but Angelka has other things in mind. Sunside will confirm the final kill, but Angelka, beautiful double from behind default.
This is going to be the trouble. For all of the credit we can give to No Mercy on their T side, being able to find these opportunities to punish the exploitations that Akuma were giving them, you're now going on to T side, which means you're now dealing with the pace change. You're dealing with the initiative being given over to Angelka and Sunside. And that's going to be really difficult. And Zia, in her own right, is really aggressive when she's on rifles. So this is so many things that you need to be careful of, and you need to try and control before the game gets out of control, because it can really quickly escape you, especially when Angelka's on the other side. This is your classic. Tati setting up a flash. Going to push No Mercy in towards middle. And they don't even flash because they see nothing.
Oh, nice jump, Taddy. I could never land that.
That's why you're here.
That's true. Hey, I'm on a high right now in my CS days.
No, you're doing good.
Also, damage the USBs can do. Especially with the amount of rifles invested, if you can play this AK, like Sunside is in actually a tricky spot to get away. Is that
Maybe
true?
she doesn't need to get away.
That's actually not true at all. Sorry, I'm a liar. She's just better.
That's a tied game. But now it's the first gun round. This is where No Mercy can do some work. The fact that Tati is 10 and 11 but still has 100 ADR, it just goes to show the amount of damage she's putting into every single one of these rounds. Here we go. Here's more what I expected. A fight for mid control. 3 players leaning early over towards the B bomb site. They really want to scale it and take the space, but Akuma have just smoked Cave off.
Yeah, they're just going to crawl up B together. They're just going to contact it. Iveri gets the memo, but she's now stuck behind default. Run down. And they don't overextend. Sunside takes another. She's been fantastic on this map.
Really good, isn't she? And she keeps wanting to fight for more. They're set up by Zia. And that'll be the escape plan. Not only for Aki and Aura, but also for Turbo Girl. But I don't think Turbo Girl's escape is going to be very fruitful because she runs into Angelka. So Aki and Aura, the only player saving the M4. DMS have also just closed out that first map against Leathercook. 13-4 on Ancient.
Yeah, that's why they're my... No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
That's why they're my favorites.
Yeah. No, my favorite
To be fair to you, no, to be fair, I want to give you some credit. Because to be fair to you, before you started this running gag, you did say DMS are your sleeper team.
Yes, I'm big on DMS. They're my
Get out
favorite
the way.
Group A team. Roadblock.
This is fun. Double pushing towards A main. And this is where the rifle is.
Okay,
Akinora
but
can swing off Tata's contact.
sure.
Okay.
But
Oh, come on. He didn't expect Hikomi to get both those headshots.
no, that's true. I just thought Trey would come through, but she gets both and even gets a nice upgrade. Galil be gone, M4 now in her hands. Hands.
Curse these Hans. Oh, they've got the Midas touch right now because everything is coming up gold for Akuma on T side. A clean sweep so far, and maybe even a clean slate in round 16.
Clean slate.
No.
Slate clean. Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
No.
That's so good.
No.
I'm putting on a notepad. I'm bookmarking it.
No.
And it's coming back up
No.
when you're least expecting it.
Right.
Slate queen. God, that's so good. Oh, I'm a genius. Normally, Kara is the one that does all the great little tickers, but I feel like
She's gonna
I've channeled some of her energy into that one.
She's gonna incorporate that into the ticket to spite me now. I can already tell.
True. Sounds like you're not vibe maxing right now, Brandon. You got negative aura. Let's send that around.
Oh, no different than normal.
Aura diff. For real.
Sunside diff.
Yeah, actually, for real. No cap. 18 and 9. Goated with the sauce? That was a bit cringe. I'm gonna stop.
Skibbity.
God, I'm glad Skivvity's done. It's on the downward. We're not saying it anymore, and that's good. It wasn't particularly good.
This is the important one. We'll lock in just for the moment. Because it is Turbo Girl with the AWP. Claiming the kill. Iveri now baited in. Zia's just not considering it, but Iveri will be traded. Flashbangs are exceptional from the CT side. And Unknown wants even more. And whilst she doesn't find Angelica, Tati's there for the immediate trade. And Letty's thrown into a difficult one. She knows that the AWP is deep. But where on earth is Akinora? Well, she's relocated in cave.
Players just kept flying out of that cave.
So many.
Like, Akuma was just not anticipating that many players. Where'd they all come from? Like bats disturbed from their slumber. Akinora is jiggling the cave entrance. That he will spot her out, but now you know where she is, and this is maybe an even tougher place for her to get out of. The AWP can just lock in on that angle from short. For Letty, she can't isolate really either of these angles.
It's only if Akinora wide swings here.
Oh, that's one way to do it. Bait up the
Nice.
AWP shot, get past. Letty's making this work. The 1v3, and now she's walking around, but Turbo Girl pushes forward, so she should have the information. Letty's made the footstep. Turbo Girl on the line, anticipating. Nice try from Letty, but denied by Turbo Girl.
If Letty had walked and then went back, that would have been it. But obviously she wasn't to know. But what a really nice try. Just the jiggle on the short angle. You get this shot missed, and that means you can wide swing out and deal with the rifle, who's not going to be expecting that wide swing because you think the AWP's got the cross. Nearly, but not quite for Letty. First gun round for No Mercy with the AWP in play, and it's a success story. And they're still making this close. With all the hard work they did in the first half, it's still a one-round game, despite the amount of rounds that Akuma had won.
So inside with another big opener. Tashi comes to her. She's just a whole yard above everyone else in the server right now. But look at this call from nomercy. They have brought a lot of defenders over to B. They're really anticipating that Akuma are going to continue to put the pressure on here, which is exactly the right call.
Difficulty is the counter util is sparse. Like there's 2 flashes, that is it. There's no counter smoke, there's no nothing. So you have to ensure that you have got a good quantity of players here. Time's ticking. Flashbang set up. Iveri full blind, but still not dealt with. There's one trade. Unknown in cave. Turbo Girl coming around the corner, and Unknown wins out her fight. This now puts pressure on Akuma. Letty needs to go in and deal with her, and she does. And with the smoke still up, they can plant.
It's going to fade, but too late to be effective for the CTs to use. They also have to push forward and try and get rid of Sunside. Oh, Flashbang's great. Swing actually doesn't come off it. Just a bit of delaying utility. Molly for Zia as well, so that's going to make even defusing the bomb tricky. And Sunside, hearing that ult fire off, just swings out wide. Gets her third in the round, and Akinori just has to slink away. So Akuma find double digits first.
She's very good at Counter-Strike, isn't she? We said that this combination of Angelica and Sunside aggressive rifling on T side is going to be a problem for nomercy. And whilst we have got it out of Angelica, I tell you what, really good moments from Angelica in CT side, and now Sunside has stepped up on this T side. Every single round, it feels like Sunside is just delivering a multi-kill. 131 ADR. She is dragging Akuma, kicking and screaming towards double digits, potentially taking their opponent's map pick.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, money ain't great here. You can buy. You have got full stage loss bonus. You can get Famises. Maybe you can get MP9s. But you're not going to have everything that you want.
Yeah, they're going to get a little bit out. Is there a gunfire there? Doesn't want to lose the lineup.
No, she just has a USP and armor.
All right. Well, she can pick up a gun off her teammates. I think that's the idea. That's why she's setting up all the util. And to be fair to them, they've gotten a lot of control, and that will give them the information that there's no one over this B side or mid.
The weird thing is that Iveri's going to walk over towards Temple and not really see anything. She will hear the smokes come over, though, which is a telltale sign. And nomercy are only just starting to rotate. At least they'll be here, but the rifle's a long way off.
Yeah, they'll get here. Got HE to load the smoke, but no, just going to throw it to try and do damage on the planter, and it does. And Iveri, for, you know, credit due to her, she does swing out and a lot of damage with that USP. They put it into the 2-on-2, a missed shot from the AWP. Akinora with that rifle finding success. It's got to be Sunside, and she can't get it done. They are overwhelmed on the A side. A half investment comes in, and that is enough.
They did the thing again where you get so sort of tunnel visioned on planting the bomb, then you don't take any space. Yes, you had a main, but there was a lot of reliance on Zia being able to hit every single shot under pressure. Because you get these first 3 kills coming in, you get the double flashbangs coming over for nomercy, and suddenly one missed shot is literally all it takes, and Sunside cannot replicate her successes. I've already had a USP armor in that round, and nomercy walk away the victors.
Last 8. Oops, here, misses chance, falls back, and Zia will get that kill. Taddy also went down I'm not even sure where that happened. We've got the player advantage, and low HP on Akianora makes this very difficult for the CTs.
You gotta go. And they are immediately. Look, Zia. Oh no, they're coming back. Okay. You got utility, to be fair to you, but
So
as
that's
you
what I'm saying.
said,
Too many retakes when you shouldn't be going for the retakes.
yeah, don't do it.
Your money's gonna be crippled.
Shouldn't have done it. It's funny, I was going to make a joke about how Zia used to be in Entzafina, so she knows the snappy school of thought about when rushing doesn't work, rush harder, and that's exactly what Akuma did in this round. Every single time we see a round replay, it's just Sunside getting a multi-kill. She could hit 30 in reg.
Dirty 30, let's see. They're forced into this. Nomercy do not want to concede map point. Flashbang, pretty good. MP9 though, not so good.
Yeah.
And Sunside comes
There
out
it
from
is.
middle and gets a multi. She is inevitable. I am so here for the Sunside show.
Right. No, I don't need it for when this map ends, but please tell me how many multi-kills she's got. Because it's got to be 7 or 8. I think 6 in this half alone, maybe.
Yeah, I feel like the majority is come on this T side, which has just been unleashed.
Yeah, that's your little homework, Newt. I've got to give a lot of credit actually to Newt because I stood in for him. I stood in for him. I did the stats for South America and North America last week. And it is stressful. It's so stressful to get it all done on time. Big shout out to him. Also, big shout out to production for putting up with me more than they normally have to.
We love Newt.
Terrorists win.
Don't get to keep a thing. That is crushing, because look at the funds being used into this final round, potentially. Last timeout used. You can be rocking upgraded pistols, SMGs at the best.
What funds? I feel like they should have just ecoed last round and then had a more comprehensive buy for this one and just played for OT. Hindsight 2020. Even if we are in 2025. And Akuma, looking to start a new legacy, a new journey here in ESL Impact Season 7. They've got 3 map points on their opponent's map pick. And the best weapon they're going up against? The MP9. You know what you call that, Lucy?
What?
MP27.
Oh, yeah.
Skibbity.
Trying to force their way through. That flash actually does great work. Looked like it wasn't going to do much at all, but the MP9s and Zia lost in that smoke. They get caught out. Sunside?
She's alive.
No, it's not. This round's not done.
No, because Sunside is alive, this is winnable. Like, genuinely, this is so winnable. It only becomes unwinnable if Letty drops the bomb. Iveri hasn't moved. Turbo Girl keeps her position, and I really like this reaction out of nomercy. Then I'll double push in A main. Sunside is on a timer. Has to go red or has to go heaven. You feel like it will be the latter rather than the former. Just to group with Letty. That's a big kill. Player still in bucket. Sunside will clear it, but Iveri will finally get the best of her. Letty swings round and trades, is ready for the Heaven player. Tati's only on a 5-7. 20 seconds left. This can still get wacky.
There's the time left, that's the big problem. Letty swung on, gets that kill, but the molly lands. A flash behind, 10 seconds. Can Letty find this kill and end it here? She's been given the space. She's actually going to get the bomb down. Akinora is going to slow walk, but Letty, surely not a hope in it. Spots her out, the spray through. Unbelievable from Letty. A quad kill and an incredible round for Akuma to end it.
She flashed as she could peek log and actually just had a little jiggle, then went back into short. And Akinora was so paranoid about the flash that she dodges it and exposes her position. Letty, they give the space over to nomercy. I think there's definitely an avenue that we look at this and we can say, actually, nomercy can even us out and get us to Mirage.
Yeah, I was very much surprised by the lack of mid control on that T side. We'll see what the CT side of Akuma looks like on Anubis. Their map pick, they won her up in the series. Nomercy on T side. A couple of flashbangs, a smoke in Tati's hands. Dualies and a flash invested for Akuma. Is this flash that you can flash out water for them? Or is it just the fallback?
No, it's the fallback. It's a disengage flash. This is the classic. Rush mid. Go through in towards Temple, perhaps, because they smoked off camera and they've got a B main lurk. Okay, so we're spicing it up just a little bit. And immediately the CTs recognize this. Akuma and Angelica go into water.
Yeah, nice little reposition from them. Bomb will be planted. That is for CT. So no one's seen anything outside of Zia jiggling middle, and we're going to have 5 CTs retaking from Canals. Oh, this feels very difficult for Akuma. They're going to give it a go, though. Zia gets the first kill. He'll quickly get a read on the situation, anticipating the player in main. Hakomi has found success as well. In fact, oh, Iveri's doubled up from outside of main. Tati, the only one remaining. And they've got enough time, it looks like, to get that defuse.
Yeah, they played that really well. Because as soon as you get the remaining players in towards connector, you just go. And every single player, therefore, is isolated for nomercy. There needs to be a 3-2-1 immediately in contact and everyone's swinging together. Iveri does well to get one kill back up, draw more players in towards B main. But ultimately, everyone else was just isolated. There wasn't a clear game plan because I don't think they were expecting to receive 0 contact. They deliberately left connector open and they said, okay, we can play CT, we can play Temple, but then they didn't play their long range that they potentially should have. Didn't really play time. It came right down to the wire, to be fair to nomercy, but it's Akuma with another pistol.
Oof. Restart. Put Sunside on notice. She'll have to scamper back. That was a nade from from Akinora. That's really nifty. And now Letty is feeling the pressure. And they know she's here. They'll just try and push forward and remove her. A push out from B, though, has found success for Angelica. And Letty, tucked into the corner, has held on. Tati will push forward, and with Angelica by her side, Letty's doing work. Turbo Gal, pinched from every angle. A disaster from nomercy, delivered at the hands of Letty.
Yeah, what a round from Letty. What's really clever here is the speed of the rotations from Akuma. Immediately pushing in towards water and allowing Letty just to focus completely on the players swarming her from a site. Even drops a molly after getting 2 opening kills. That splits the offense further and makes it impossible to guarantee that trade. In fact, she doesn't get traded. She gets all of the kills. And that's what she did to them. Graffiti on the floor. I even started off so well for No Mercy because they got all the space in middle. They naded Sunside out the round. They did shut her down, but they couldn't shut down the MP9.
Joker in her usual position on this map. Wouldn't expect anything less.
Tell you what, it's weird to see Angelica play on ESL Impact without a jersey on. You know?
True.
Hopefully we see one in the future.
Yeah,
Sunside
definitely a
waiting.
squad to get excited about.
Oh,
I say overwhelmed, but Letty is still here. She'll make easy work of it. So a 3-0 start on the CT side feels great for Akuma.
yeah, it does. I mean, it's your map pick. You start CT side, you get pistol, you beat out the force buy. If you're able to win this first gun round, you've essentially done your job already on CT side Anubis. This is starting to feel very good. And once again, we've actually got every player chiming in this half. It isn't just the Sunside show, which I'm sure Akuma wouldn't mind, but it's nice to see a even share of workload, at least initially. Ooh.
Ooh.
Snazzy nade lineup I've not seen before.
Yeah, I liked it. She took a little bit of damage, but means she's always in the position, right? She doesn't have to swing, which is very nice.
Good timing on that counter U2 as well from Letty. Just drops the molly, just burns the flash, means that Aki and Aura can't take space, and then she just drops the smoke behind it. Just wasting even more time. Another break on the smoke. Angelica definitely saw one there at the end of middle, and she can start to hear them now progressing further.
Smoke Knight on Temple, so very split up. Letty makes the move to go forward and has support by her side. Between her and Sunside, they find the way out. This is the exact response they needed to make. And they do it to perfection. To sure, you get the bomb site, but you don't have any of the space around it. Now Akuma can take their time on this retake. 2 players come through from CT. That's going to draw the attention of at least one, and Taddy has doubled up, so that's made it interesting. Smoke over, Taddy swings out, but not able to find contact. Iveri doesn't connect her shots, and Taddy jumps into the site, but can't get it done. Letty, another big round from her.
Yeah, nice try. And it's, as you say, it's because Letty and Sunside both take space and towards A main. Tati takes it into CT spawn. But after that, gets smoked off. There's so much utility because the only pressure that No Mercy have been putting on has been in the mid round. They've not dropped any early smokes. They're not creating that anchoring out of the B bomb site. They're not sort of keeping the rotates in check and draining that util. If they took a couple of extra seconds, if they put a little bit of presence over towards B main, maybe dropped a couple of extra pieces, they wouldn't have had everything that they desired there for that retake, because they had everything and more.
Now an attempt to split onto B, but there are 3 defenders here, including Zia's AWP. Joker drops the sentry, and that is going to give her the information that a player has pushed through. More flames drop, but they managed to force their way in. There is a team kill, though, so it's still a 3-on-3 until Unknown comes around the pillar. So they do successfully break in. Ooh, if you swing here, you might get a chance for the CTs. And it's given Sunside a chance for the clutch. A 1-on-1 off that. She doubles up. Unknown falls back to Ivy. Good angle to hold for this cross and doesn't quite connect the dots. A lot of damage done on the Sunside, and on the wide swing, she cannot get it done. So we will see No Mercy find their first.
Scary though, really scary that you're deciding to take that swing in towards a connector after you've taken, again, all the space in the bomb site and beyond. You know that Letty and Sunside are A players, or Sunside's your mid player, but she'll be with Letty, and Letty's always going to be pushing out A main. That's what they've been doing every single one of these rounds. So to double swing this, at least they get one, because if they went down with nothing, certainly that goes the other way still. Akuma, 4 rounds to the good. Turbo Girl's got her AWP. Angelica can't swing this, otherwise she's going to be in danger. Ooh.
No, it's ahead of it.
No.
Great way to get the open up. It's not where they're intending to go, at least not yet. Plenty of time on the clock to work with. Letty needs to be careful because they are coming her way. 3 players out in the canals. And look to double swing her. Patty also finds success elsewhere. Timing could not have been worse for Letty. This looks like consecutive for No Mercy.
And this round, this exact A pinch, goes back to what I was saying a few rounds ago about if you take more space proactively in towards B and connector, you not only anchor these rotates into B, but it also drains their util. Look at the amount of utility that Hikomi and Zia have got left in this round compared to the previous time where No Mercy just immediately accelerated and took contact in towards mid through camera. It's night and day. And this time they double swing Letty. They don't give her the chance to even drop the utility. She's getting a little bit too comfy over in A main. So Zia and Hikomi will at least try and hold on to their weaponry. Tati looks to try and deny this AWP. If she finds this AWP, it would be everything. Timing is going to elude Tati.
Terrorists win.
Zia didn't hear that?
No.
That's crazy. I think the sound of the bomb and the announcer might have covered it. Yeah, really nice opening for Unknown. Gets ahead of that smoke, and Angelica was anticipating the potential, but Unknown wins out the duel. And Letty just gets caught on a terrible timing when they decided to push through. Last cross smoke. There's only the saved weaponry. But
No.
Hikomi on the push. Oh no, a disaster for No Mercy.
And now the bomb's stuck. You got to get the bomb out of there. You just got to concede the guns and just react accordingly. 4 players were over at B. Zia's got the AWP at A. How do you piece this together? I very potentially could hold for these guns. You could rewalk into B, expecting the defense to have shifted, but they haven't moved a muscle.
They've thrown a lot of utility in towards middle just to keep eyes there. But because Zia's got the AWP at A, I mean, that gives you a lot of freedom for the rest of these players. At least for No Mercy, those guns weren't recoverable outside of B main. So it still only is the pistols in most of these players' hands. Hikomi has to be the one that delivers for them here. She'll move forward to the pillar, and she will strike. Looking for more as well. A dink and damage done. And now the reinforcements arrive. Aki and Nora, not a thing to be posted. A huge round from Hikomi. The timing on that B push was fantastic.
They just weren't ready. They're just really not ready for there to be a random swing like that out of Hikomi. And as soon as the AWP misses the first shot, you know it is just over. The fact she gets a third is so essential. Even a dink on one of these players to lock it in for Sunside and Angelica. 5 rounds plays 2. A round stolen away again by Akuma. And if they win this round, they break the money of No Mercy. And suddenly, this CT side just becomes even more exceptional.
Spam through. Angelica finds success. They will get 1 kill with the AWP, but in fact, a lot from the Molly as well. And Mercy wanted to go for a split onto B. They might still go this way because 2 players are stuck in dark.
They know they've drained resources here. Unknown holding for this familiar A main push that isn't coming in. Smoke replenished over at B main. It creates one avenue, and now Angelica is looking to cover it, but she doesn't see anything. There's no info on middle. Zia's now holding that with the AWP. So if No Mercy split onto B right now, they get past this defense. You know the rotate's going to be a little bit further away, but that is a missed molly, and that's going to delay them even further.
Flash comes out. Angelica uses that time to swing. Can't convert. Sunside will only get the one. So that puts it into the 2-on-2. Zia has rotated and is here quite quickly. Swaps to the 5-7 for the close range fight. Turbo Girl almost caught out on the jumper, but Zia and Letty both win out their duels. So despite the breakthrough for No Mercy, the rotations were there in time.
Can buy off this. You got Lost Bonus, you got Bomb Plant. You can maybe get the AWP out for Turbo Girl if she wants it. Got to give a lot of credit there to Zia, who says, do you know what? I'm just going to swap to my 5-7. I can swing first and you can trade me. And the reason why she swings so wide there is because the player coming out temple can then go close. And then you've created that crossfire immediately. Every fight unfair. Akuma in cruise control. This is not how CT sides are supposed to look. We got the AWP out, and we got an opening kill. And DMS have got another 9-3 half against Let Her Cook.
Sasha and Averona, we are paying attention. Oh, wow, that sucks for Taddy. You feel like on that swing back, she's got a great chance on it, but Letty, very quick on the trigger. Unknown's going to give a try into Dark, but even if she got past Sunside, there's another player here. And Sunside is very difficult to get past. Will fall after one, but that's where that Hikomi activation comes through, and a nice disengage.
Yeah, sensible. And Letty's already here. You've got Molly's for the retake. I like this out of Iveri, just ready to swing. Flashbang is good. Hikomi dodges it, and Iveri punished. Turbo Girl now just stuck on site. Knows about Hikomi, so has to take the fight. Trying to bring close quarters, but Letty swings in close. Another successful retake here for Akuma, and at this time, their CT side is proven to be formidable.
Yeah, great from Letty with the double kill, and yeah, Hikomi, that decision to put 2 in towards Dark works out perfectly. Exactly what they wanted. 2 players come that way on the T side. Sunside wins the duel without Hikomi ever having to reveal herself. So even when she loses that second duel, you're never expecting Hikomi there. In fact, she gets a second kill after that disengage is huge too. For a team that, you know, has essentially only been together for what? A month? 2 months maybe at most? I think we're already seeing, you know, on their map pick, a lot more... a lot of really good signs.
It's just clear how confident they are on Anubis. Even the way that they are peaking things, the way that they are moving together, it's clear that they've put a lot of time and effort in on the CT side of Anubis, because a lot of teams in ESL Impact will play Anubis. So it's a very good one to learn. Same with Ancient. But the comfort for these players, you can tell. For Hikomi, especially for Letty anchoring A, it's really good to see.
Letty caught off this time. Nearly burst through the smoke towards Sunside, who can't quite get the second. Too many players bursting through that smoke. And this surely has to be that third round. Oh, but the overextension. Zia puts it back into the 3-on-3. And now you're definitely wanting to go for this. Joker doesn't want to play first. The teammates are already known. She'll be taking contact from unknown very shortly. Close on the line. Angelica wins out that duel. Really well jiggled. Very tucked in though. Powerful position. And she'll double up. That's ridiculous. That second headshot. And Angelica not going to be anticipating the play close pillar. So that will be the third round.
Finally, one of these rounds. And yes, there was an overextension in towards CT, but the angle from Iveri was everything. And then you still had that unknown presence in towards A main, and you had the player at pillar that was just tucking the entire time. Potentially could have been undone by camera, but that was recycled utility over and over again. And Iveri locks it in. That's a really important round for No Mercy, because you need to ensure that this half, although it has escaped you, you need to make sure it doesn't fall completely out of favor. 7-5 would be an appropriate recovery, considering the landscape of what has happened so far.
Yeah, it's definitely achievable. You can break their economy with this round, and it won't be pretty for Akuma into the final. So let's see. You can already see some of those issues with the finances at the MP9 FAMAS. Girl's going for a very fast peek with the AWP. He drops the molly, but I don't know if she'll be anticipating the scope. However, the smoke will give her a lot of room to work with. Oh. She even hears that and falls back, not making any mistakes.
Oh, that's lucky.
And then she makes one.
It's just the window frame. Plain spoiler. Double push in. This is clever. Oh, Turbogo actually gets removed off the back of that. You know Akianora is here, but you might not know about the second player. Unknown provides it an essential double up. Flashbang goes forward, but keep your eyes on Iveri because she is in middle. And No Mercy just leave. They want to try and catch this mid-rotate through Iveri, but two players still remain on this B bomb site for Akuma. They've read into it.
That's a crazy call. Letty living in their heads. And they're going to hear this. They know they've made the right decision. Nakomi spotted, but Angelica fully baited in. Won't reveal herself until the last second, and that does cost her teammate her life. But she at least delivers on the double alongside Zia, in fact. Both chiming in. That mid-lurk is coming late. Akianora currently all alone. Time is ticking down. They have to wait for these smokes, though. And Zia just tucks back. The pillar gives some coverage to Akianora. Zia is holding for Iveri on the walkout, but can't win the duel. It's got to be Angelica stuck in the back, getting run down. Angelica swings, but the FAMAS betrays. She cannot believe it.
It's so tough because they had the right read on the situation, but Zia second guesses herself, and the reason why she moves there in front of Temple is because she's worried about CT. She's worried that Iveri has gone all the way around in towards CT and isn't coming from Temple. Where the reality is, if she just sticks in that angle, she's immediately got the headshot. And Angelica wouldn't have been sort of exposed. That's a real shame as well, because if Angelica had swung maybe even like a quarter of a second earlier, then Zia wouldn't have been dinked. And then it would have been two 100 HP players, and then she guarantees that kill. It's all these small margins that escalate the round in favor of No Mercy. Definitely can get this fifth round.
The FAMAS as well. For all the praise. It is not that instant kill. Maybe the M4 wouldn't have served her much better, to be fair. Nora. Oh, handles the MP9s with ease. Sunsides gets brought down low, and you imagine she will go. So we are going to get that fifth round in the end. No Mercy getting a decent recovery.
a 7-5 half, if you'd call that competitive on Anubis, but it was 7 rounds for Akuma on their CT side. And we know how good that T side was on Ancient. No Mercy are in danger.
Yeah, at least they did get a little bit more towards the tail end. The pistols have not been up their sleeve thus far, but they have a good setup for this one. 2 players at Fountain, 1 in camera. And Akinora and Taddy both find opening kills. Okay, this is their pistol. That couldn't have gone any better. Okay, maybe it could have gone slightly better. But only 1 casualty. Bodies littering the floor in A main. No Mercy at the pistol.
Clean. That was a really nice way to approach that. And I was wondering how the double Fountain setup was going to go. Was it going to be a bait and switch? But no, instead it was just 1 low on the floor, 1 up, and they were just fighting the entire time. That's the last thing you expect when you come around that corner if you're Akuma. And the nades obviously give a tell and a little bit of a head start for the players over at Fountain to make things work. Okay. A good response. And a full eco. Akuma want the guns out as soon as possible. They're hoping someone will come pushing, and they won't. But at least, hey, it's a nice family photo alongside the wall of B main.
Yeah, good lighting. Good backdrop too in that corner. They get their snap. And now Ivera gets ready to snap up some ecos. They'll be running straight into her MP9, and she cleans house. Hamas gets a couple. Easily done, and we are tied up 7-7.
I like that from Turbo Girl. I don't know if you saw that on her camera. She's like holding her mouse like off the ground, and she like tilted it. She had her hand like upside down. It's really weird. It's like, oh yes, I will explore the buy menu with flair and pizzazz.
Joker is going to be pairing up with Letty, it looks like, towards A main this round, so not focusing towards Dark.
Oh, that nade could have been really good, but it wasn't.
So percussion in middle, Sunside and Zia get a lot of space here. There isn't anyone close by, just a player in Temple.
Being so quiet, and this is going to make the CTs a little bit restless. Turbogo and Akinora are about to swing onto A main. If they get past Angelica, they're not going to be ready for Letty. There's no utilities. It's going to be just a dry swing here in the next couple of seconds. Yeah, it starts to get a little bit antsy. Angelica spotted, and that's enough for them to back up. That's really good discipline here. With 30 seconds left, the mid-split is on. And they don't know about this yet, and finally they get the go-ahead. Zia's already in the site, laying lead into them, and here comes the crunch. Angelica finds one. Turbo Girl overwhelmed by Letty, who had the bomb, and it will go down. Player advantage here for Akuma.
Could have got scary there. Sunside. Oh my god, manages to adjust onto Iveri there. That looked like she was going to get taken down for sure.
Yeah, that looked really windy.
Yeah. Tati, I don't fancy your chances.
Please save, Tati.
Nope. She is removed, and you know, save wouldn't have gone too badly because they have players that don't have the greatest money, including her. That could have gotten south for Akuma. Letty, as you mentioned, Angelica goes down, and Letty actually has the bomb by herself. The rest of the team is coming through camera, and it's about like 15 seconds at that point. So if that was a successful kill onto Letty, and then you fall back and deny that bomb being collected, like, it could have got a little hairy. Like, the 30-second execute into A, risky.
It could have. It goes back to, actually, I want to bring up a point that you were speaking about on Ancient. I mean, you mentioned it really briefly. You said about the Zaz interview last week we did with her, and she said that more often than not, there's a lot of overextension from teams. A lot of teams will go for retakes when it's not viable. But it's been a recurring issue, I think, in ESL Impact in general for teams over the past, to be honest, since its inception. There's a lot of this, I guess, desire to try and do damage to your opposition on the exit, but you're ultimately doing more damage to yourself. Like, Tati could have been on an M4 here, and then it wouldn't have been as brutal as having a FAMAS and an MP9. Could have even dropped one. It's those little things that they start to add up. And for example, if Akuma go on to lose this round because of an MP9 going up against an AK, or because of a FAMAS like Angelica did in Towards Dark, not quite connecting all of the bullets, you sit back and you think, well, if you had saved, that would have been a different story. And become a bit more like Gordon Ramsay this season, I think.
Yeah.
Just, you know, without the profanity.
You fudging donkey.
Although, if someone doesn't save, we can call them idiot sandwiches. Donkey. You see the Shrek films coming out?
Yeah. Exciting. New Shrek. Oh, Taddy. Wins out a fight with the FAMAS anyway. Akinora goes and gets another in middle. And the trade is there onto Zia. Almost a chance for the tap for Angelica. A little off the mark. This round has just petered out, hasn't it?
Really has. And it all comes from the aggression just out of Tati. And it causes so much disruption because it's all just silent. There's no utility telegraph in it. Akuma are looking to scale in towards mid because they realized how open it was in the previous round, but this time there was resistance, and they didn't expect. They got caught off guard by that, then they got caught off guard by Tati, who's almost underneath them in towards middle, grabbing this kill on towards Letty. It's difficult. In fact, there were 3 players here in towards mid. They were really aware of plugging that gap. And
Yeah,
this
last round, it's how they got exploited.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this is a really bizarre Anubis game where the CT sides are doing really well, which is something that doesn't happen often.
A little bit strange, isn't it? Well, no mercy, you're about to take the lead. On their opponent's map pick, no less. Maybe we will see Mirage. I hope Akuma can bring out some variation. I don't know if the slow default is it worked in that first gun round where they were able to pincer onto A at the last second, but even that could have gone horribly wrong. And when you've got such solid, aggressive pieces in your team that you can utilize, I think, why not go for some more piercing plays?
Yeah, I thought, given how comfortable they were on CT, we were going to see a wide variety of rounds being called out rather than this slow default. Letty does love to call a default. It has been the bread and butter of Navi, then Big, and now it looks to be Akuma. They were finding a lot of success on T-side Ancient by just defaulting and occupying good spaces. But I would prefer, like, yeah, a faster play, as you say, or a B split, something that No Mercy were doing as well in towards sort of connector and B main. We're not getting any of that.
Yeah, it's been the slow default thus far, but to be fair, not had a lot of gun rounds. Just the 2. Let's see what they go for into this one. Well, if it isn't my old friend, the slow default. In fact, it's exactly the same as the first gun run they won. Yeah. And to be fair, there's not going to be like, you know, for Akuma, such an early stage as a team, there's not going to be a massive variation. So defaulting is probably your fallback in a lot of cases. And with Sunside finding an opener, set them up well into this round.
Oh, Miss Molly from No Mercy, but good timing on the smoke grenade over at A main at the very least. It means that Turbo Girl can just remain a fountain and hold for this. A break on the smoke, a swing out. 3 players looking to plug the gap. No one is on the B bomb site for No Mercy. Zia eats shrapnel. Tati goes to swing and claims the lives of both. Hikomi will start to get involved in towards the mid doors, but where's this A pressure? There isn't any. And now you got 40 seconds. Letty can go and get the bomb. Hikomi hits another really nice shot, but Iveri could be the fly in the ointment, the loophole for No Mercy, but Letty comes back and covers it. What is happening?
Insane that they're able to find a way back into this round. I loved everything No Mercy did in it too. That regress in towards middle. It was the perfect thing to do. But now Turbo Girl has a very difficult clutch in her hands, and a Sentry into Dark would be immensely powerful. And it's planted for this position. In fact, gonna spot the first. Oh, just a leg shot. She actually has the information. Both of them are in here. Molly forward. HE. Too deep. Doesn't take down Letty. The orb will get it done. And I don't think she realizes Hikomi's position. And Hikomi realizes she's not sticking it.
Well played. That was so well done from Hikomi from start to finish, because she gets the 2 kills in towards mid that create that gulf of player disadvantage. Really would like to watch back this second kill because it just came out of nowhere. Tati has such good work in towards this area of the map, but Letty comes back around. Creates the space for them to go back towards B. 9 rounds each. At least Turbo Girl holds on to that AWP. But that's a step in the right direction for Akuma.
Yeah. And he's gotten great control outside of B main.
Nobody's
Hikomi's
ready
worried
for
the
this.
possibility. Yeah, you can see she's clearing that angle just in case the head angle presents itself.
Oh. You got to calm that there could be players here. Yeah, Zia, okay, is jiggling. Tati walks straight into the crosshair, but wins the fight. So important. Tries to drop the smoke to disengage, but Hikomi, she's always ready for the trade.
Yeah, critical trade. Now you got to rotate an extra player over, and I think it's where Angelica and Sunside can start to be a little more active in their legs. Orb's in middle, so for Sunside it's tricky. What comes down to her timing, and Turbo Girl has moved to B, which is the right call. Angelica creeps back and is ready for Iveri on that little jiggle. Unknown, still backside, swings out, can't get past Hikomi. Now the Orb's time to shine. Nice little shot through the edge of the box. Let's get ahead of the smoke, but Angelica's not going to peek her. Akinora might have a good timing, but the lurk from mid comes through, and that is very nice from Akuma.
Brilliant. And again, it's all about the timings in the mid round. And Letty is calling a brilliant game now, because we spoke about the slow defaults, and yes, they become a little bit repetitive here and there, but there's a little bit of acceleration. And everything that Akuma are doing is just done slightly differently. Here, there's more pressure on B main, and it came after No Mercy had initially taken the control. So Tati falls, you wait 20 seconds, then you start bursting. It becomes really uncomfortable for No Mercy. They go exploring elsewhere, and suddenly there's a lurk. And that's a new thing you have to deal with, because there hasn't been lurkers previously for Akuma.
Now it's just a couple of pistols in this one. So inside dispatches of one in middle early. Unknown is close by with the 5-7. Zio has just collided the players pushing B main.
Ouch.
They might find Sunside, but I think you should know. At least one player was there. There's only 2 left. So yeah, Hakomi is going to be commed over to take that space, and she will do so with ease.
Hakomi's been brilliant. Hakomi's been so good on the T side of Anubis. Just taking so much proactive space, getting the kills when required in towards mid, but then just always being there with the team at the same time. Like, she's left her own devices, but she's always in close proximity and always just feels tradable. It doesn't matter if she's on her own. The angles that she's playing, the decision-making that she's taking, it always feels a risk to try and fight her. And even in this round, doesn't get any kills, but takes all the space and just wins the round for Akuma by saying, hey guys, B's free.
Yeah, I mean, she's the reason they won that critical round where it looked like it was all going to fall apart after the mid-crunch from the CTs.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, if they don't win that round, I think nomercy go on to win the map. Look, they still can come back into this, but now Akuma have seized all this control, and it is all because of Akuma. She deserves all the credit in the world, because this is now 3-4 rounds where she has done something to deliberately manipulate the game state to give Akuma the lead.
Meanwhile, on the community stream, DMS did take down Lettercook 2-0, and Sostia ended that second map with 25 kills. I think she had 19 on the first map, so... Oh, there's that collateral.
That looked really funny. I think it was because of the slow-mo. Sorry, 25 kills, map 2 for Sostia.
Yeah, just saying, she had a great series. I think I'm very curious. It's not refreshed just yet on HTV, but I think she's going to have an absurd rating across that series.
See if it matches the 3.58 rating Sunside had on T-side Ancient.
Yeah, that's something, isn't it? That is something. Sunside's second best map ever, at least according to HTV.
It's so funny
Smallish,
seeing
that's
rated because I think that's the highest rating I've ever seen in a half, statistically. And then this week as well, I've seen in other tournaments, the lowest rating I've ever seen is 0.05.
God, that feels like a relatable rating.
0-15.
Oh. Well, and then the 0.05.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of flashbang assists maybe sorted them out. That little bit of rating.
That was Rafax from GTT.
Oh, shout out.
AXX now. You've done all these slow defaults, suddenly you're just popping. If you're Akuma, all the utils in. Aki and Nora unfazed by the util, but full blind, and that means she's not ready for how close Angelica is with her scaling. All the site compromised, and with A main now smoked off, the last thing you want to do, Akuma, is peek into Turbo Girl.
This is exactly what I want, though. Oh.
Never mind.
You don't go for this. You don't go for this.
No,
leave.
please leave. That should still put you off. Go on, get out of there.
The exits don't matter. You need these guns for the next round. And they will hold on to them. Yeah, really cool from Akuma to go into this AX deck after they've been defaulting every single round. And they know this is finally the guns back out for nomercy. Just go for the X deck out the gate and critical success.
And we can, again, hark back to the fact that Akuma are a new team and that it's going to take a while to develop extensive CT protocols. But I think Letty has called this T-side, this series on both Ancient and Anubis, probably 90% flawlessly. I think every single call has been correct. Which, I mean, you expect out of Letty, but again, a really underrated player and deserves a lot of credit. Hakomi, speaking of underrated players, finds another opening kill in this map.
Tidy goes aggressive and is punished for it. Gabrielle has also gone aggressive. And simultaneously, a kill on towards middle. So Only way in is to B. Iveri falls though. And with her going down, that's allowed the bomb to go in. Have to go for this retake. 3 on 3.
No kit, so you got to move quite quickly. Look, there's a lot of utility here if you want to get set up. Akunor is already at temple. You can throw this on the fly, and you've only got an MP9, so you can burst through with the CT players, but the bomb is already halfway ticked. There are nades to break this. Zia can also flash the players to get out of connector. There goes that first flash. Angelka with the swing. These players are full blind, and this Angelka just straight out of connector, delivering damage and dissecting this opposition. And there's no time, and Angelka makes it so there's no opportunity. Let's go, she screams as Akuma take it 2-0.
Yeah, I think everyone knew exactly what Angelka was screaming there. A fantastic way to finish. Beautiful triple kill from Angelka, and for Akuma, a 2-0 in their debut here in ESL Impact. A new team, 5 familiar faces